and welcome back to our channel. Today we're filming a video on how we'll have babies, when we'll have babies, do we want to adopt, do we want to carry, will we both carry, will we carry at the same time? We're going to be answering all those questions. Before we get into it, make sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into our first question. The first question that I get a lot is, how will you guys have babies?
We get this question all the time. From people we don't even know. They're like, lesbians, how do you have babies?
Yeah, but for us, I feel like we don't care too much. I mean, we both want to carry a baby. We want to have like a sperm donor, and we want to go through like a sperm bank. We don't want to have someone like we know.
It's a common thing, I think, like in the lesbian community, is to have a friend like be the donor. And I don't have a problem with that. Do you have a problem with that?
No, not for other people, but for me personally, I feel more comfortable going somewhere where the person is tested and you know everything about that person, and you have photos and you have medical records, because I would hate to put a child in this world if there's gonna be something wrong with them, or I just want my baby to be perfect.
And I feel like for me, it's like the legal aspect of like having a sperm donor is really nice, because you know that they're never really gonna have any like rights over it. You're never gonna have like someone like trying to hunt down the kid that you've raised and like.
Because like the moment they donate, like they sign away all their rights, and you can find sperm donors that actually are okay with the child contacting them once they're like 18. So that's really nice. So you can kind of just like pick and choose what you like, and you can pretty much just like go shopping online for a sperm donor.
How would you feel about that? Our potential child being in contact with their sperm donor?
I wouldn't mind if they were being in contact with them. I mean, I would like to raise my child, and I would like to be noticed as the parent, but I know for sure that my child is probably going to be curious, and they're going to want to know who their birth father is.
I think it could be healthy for them to have like at least like a
knowledge, like who they are and pictures and where they came from. That way they're not just completely left in the dark.
I think so, yeah. Cool, I'm glad
we agree on all these things.
The next question that we get asked a lot is, when do we want to have babies? When do you want to have babies?
Probably tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so.
No, for real. I probably would like to start trying maybe in like 2 or 3 years. Julia is in school right now, so wouldn't be the smartest to have a baby. Also, I'm focusing on YouTube and my Instagram, so.
We think about it. Sometimes we're like, let's just do it.
Yeah. But it's not as easy for us as just a regular straight couple. Just be like, oops. Oopsie.
Right. It's a committed process, and you have to be like very financially stable. And
can I just tell you how expensive it is to buy sperm, to have doctor's appointments, if you need to do in vitro, like all of these things can be tens of thousands of hundreds of thousands of dollars sometimes. In an ideal situation, I would love to have Julia's eggs taken out and put in my body, like basically fertilize the embryo and carry that embryo and grow that baby, and same for her.
Right.
But that is literally so expensive, like literally so expensive. You guys would poop your pants.
It would be so cool though, right? Because then like you both like have like a real deep like connection. Like, not to say that if we didn't do that, I wouldn't have a connection to a child that she carried, because I would, and I would know that like we're married, like any child that we raise is our child.
No matter like the race or anything about the child, even if Julia carries the baby and I have no DNA attached to the baby, Julia is my wife, so any baby that she's carrying is going to be my child no matter what. I mean, like I said, we don't care either way. We are grateful for whatever baby we have. We don't care about any birth defects or Down syndrome or race or hair color or eye color, anything like that. We just want a healthy baby, and that's all that matters to us. So another question we get asked a lot is if we're just going to adopt, and we both want to carry a baby. I mean, in a perfect world, I would love to carry a baby, Julia would carry a baby, and then our last baby we would adopt.
I think adoption is really cool, and I'm like all for it, and I think like we're in a situation in which like we can, and it's like kind of encouraged for us to adopt almost, you know. And so I think it would be cool.
Yeah. Unless I feel like my body could handle having another baby, and I feel like I wanted to carry another baby, then I might carry. Again, I don't know what giving birth is going to be like. I've never pushed a fetus out of me. So once I experience that, if I feel like I want to go through that again, then maybe. But if I'm like, oh hell no honey, I'm doing that again, we will go ahead and adopt. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a baby from another country, just whatever comes our way, we will take it.
This is a weird question, but we get asked this all the time. Everybody that we talk to about having kids, this is the first thing that pops in their head.
Yeah.
what if you guys both got pregnant at the same time?
But if you just think logically about that, that just sounds a little crazy.
We can't even be on our periods at the same time.
Yeah, no. Being pregnant seems very brutal. I have friends that are pregnant, and it doesn't, you need someone there to take care of you. Also, would our kids be twins? Would they be just brother and sister?
Yeah.
Like, how would that work out?
It just doesn't sound fun.
And like, yeah, the other person, I feel like it's gonna be like really awesome to have the other person like bond with you, like going through the pregnancy with you, but not going through the pregnancy, you know? Being the person on the other side, being there to take care of you.
Yeah.
And yes, there's that answer. No, I feel like that'd be self-explanatory, but a lot of people assume that we're gonna get knocked up at the same time.
I think it just, as they're talking to us, it just clicks in their head that like,
we can do that.
Both could.
It could happen, so you should do that. But, yeah.
Would you want to get an epidural, or would you do natural birth?
I want to do a natural birth, but also, like I said, I've never had a fetus come out of me, so I guess just what I feel like I can handle. I feel like I need to be pregnant and know what being pregnant feels like to kind of know like what I can handle, because right now I have no idea what getting pregnant feels like. I don't know what being pregnant feels like. I don't know what like pre-contractions feel like or full-blown contractions. So like ideally the perfect scenario would be to have a baby naturally, like water birth with like a midwife or something like that. Probably not like a home birth. I'd probably still go to like a facility or something that like handles that kind of situation. But again, I feel like a lot of people like assume that their birth is gonna go a certain way, especially with like friends that I've had that have had babies, is they assume it's gonna be one way and then it turns out completely different. So I'm really okay. I will be honest with you guys, I am terrified to have a C-section. That's the one thing that I'm literally terrified. Just the thought of being on a table and being awake and they are cutting into your stomach and pulling out a baby. That's literally insane, and that terrifies me. I haven't even had my wisdom teeth taken out. So what makes me think that I can handle that?
She talks about this all the time. She's like, if I have to have a C-section, I'm not doing it.
But I'm not gonna have a choice.
Right.
I'm gonna be 9 months pregnant.
What are you gonna do? Just keep it in?
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so I guess just whatever way it takes me. How do you want to give birth?
For some reason, giving birth feels like such like a foreign like subject to me, just because
Never been pregnant.
Yeah, I've never been pregnant, you know, so like when I think about it, I'd be like, oh yeah, I want a natural birth, but also like, I'm like a wimp, so I don't know if I could handle that. Like, I can't handle any pain.
I can tell you right now, she ain't gonna have natural birth. She's gonna be like, oh, hit me with those drugs.
But like, the thought of someone giving me an epidural, like, ugh, I don't like it.
You would rather push something like this big out your vag. Vaggie! Vaggie!
No one's gonna get that reference.
Another question we get asked is who will get pregnant first, and this is something I feel like we kind of like teeter-totter on. She's older, so her eggs are gonna die faster. She's like old. We are like pretty much an age gap couple here.
Her eggs are dying, so I don't know.
So she needs to get pregnant right away. No, but like, I don't know like when I feel like I'm gonna be ready to have a baby too. Like, I would love to have a baby right now, but at the same time I'm like, I don't know if my body's really ready for it. So I feel like right now we're kind of leaning more towards Julia having a baby first, and how we're gonna kind of work that out is she'll probably have a baby and I'm gonna stay home with the baby.
That could change though, like she could have the baby first. I don't know, it could.
It's not
like we have time, you know? We have time to really figure everything out. We've just like kind of talked about it a little bit because we know that we both want to have kids, but we both want to wait a little bit, so. It's just
I'd say like by the time that I'm 25, I'll probably be, which is in like, is that in 2 years?
How old are you?
I'll be 23 soon.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe like 27. So I'm guessing I'll be about 27.
When you realize how
I like literally was like, yeah, I'm like 19.
Time is flying so fast. How did we get so old?
We met, how old were we? I wasn't even 21. I couldn't even legally drink alcohol.
You were 20 when we met.
So I was so young, and now I'm like almost 23.
Yeah.
That's crazy. No, I was 19 when we met. Oh no, I was 20.
You were 20.
Right.
You had just turned 20 though.
Oh yeah, like
and your birthday was like the month before we met.
Yeah. You look cute.
All right, I think that's like most of the questions that we get asked. Do you guys have questions?
Yeah, let us know. We can make a part 2.
I don't know.
Because I feel like people just assume, but people don't just assume how we're gonna have babies.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes I don't feel like I need to explain that, but also it is kind of interesting. I like to watch like other lesbians, like how they had their baby, and I think it's really interesting just because everybody's so different.
Yeah. It's always cool to see
If you have questions, let us know down below and we can do part 2.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Abby's channel. She's the best. She deserves it.
Thanks. And follow me on Instagram. I forgot to follow.
Follow her on Instagram.
Okay, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. Bye.